I'm Christopher Zweig in Kunkletown, Pennsylvania, bringing you this week's new movies, including the continuation of 28 Years Later and two international films starring Jodie Foster and Gael Garcia Bernal. Let's take a look. Our first movie is 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, which picks up where we last saw young Spike, played by Alfie Williams. He meets the zombie-surviving Dr. Ian Kelson, played by Ray Fiennes, and meets a satanic group known as the Jimmies, led none other than Sir Lord Jimmy Crystal, played by Jack O'Connell. In this sequel, the Jimmies take Spike under their wing and intend to murder even uninfected people as sacrifices for Satan, while Dr. Kelsing comes across an alpha zombie whom he names Samson, played by Shai Lewis Perry. He might be able to cure him of the rage virus. Alex Garland once again wrote the script, while he and Danny Boyle are producers and Nia DaCosta is now the director. Even the original 28 Days Later star Cillian Murphy is credited as an executive producer and reprises his role. They all develop a zombie sequel that questions about whether or not the rage virus will have a cure and shows us the insanity of the Jimmies. I think 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple is the sequel I wanted out of Avatar: Fire and Ash. It knows how to develop on the world these people now live in. It doesn't always take the easy way out. It doesn't rely on the same old tricks to keep the spirit alive, and it uses great visuals and performances to ignite everything, and believe me, there will be flames. Don't miss it. Next up, Magellan, with Gael Garcia Bernal learning Portuguese in order to play the explorer Ferdinand Magellan, who was on a mission to circumnavigate the globe. The time is the 16th century, and we see him caught in the middle of greed, ambition, power, and curiosity. In this movie, we see how his crew was executed either through homosexuality or mutiny. He buys a Si Bueno slave, whom he names Enrique, played by Amado R.J. Babon. And the movie labels itself a romance regarding his marriage to Beatrice, played by Angela Azevedo, who appears as a ghost in order to tell Magellan about the deaths of hers and her infant son. Magellan is the kind of film when I think the reason why it's so long, running at 2 hours and 40 minutes, is because of the long shots of beautifully shot landscapes, and we see the inhabitants of the Cebu Islands and how they express their religious beliefs, including the mythical creature, the Lapu-Lapu. This movie is very complex in the explorer's life and ambitions, and Bernal does a great job portraying him without exploitation. If it comes to your art house theater, then definitely see it. Next up, A Private Life, with Jodie Foster playing detective once again after Silence of the Lambs and True Detective Night Country. But this time, she's an American therapist living in Paris and finding out that one of her patients has died. She's hated by the deceased husband, Mathieu Amalric, and she's visited by the daughter, Luana Burami, and now she has two guesses about how she died. It was either suicide or murder. In a season when Will Arnett and Laura Dern play a married couple on the verge of divorce and reconnecting again in Is This Thing On, we also have Foster receiving help from her ex-husband on her case. Foster is the main attraction of A Private Life because of how she fluently speaks French and how she eases into her character, and she does have moments that try to convince us that a real French actress is portraying her. But the problem with this movie is that it doesn't delve deep into the mystery as much as it should. It's hard to tell if it was meant to be solved, and it loses its spirit to engage us in whatever game the main heroine finds herself in. It starts off promising with a Hitchcock vibe, but it ends up being anticlimactic, so skip it. And our last movie is Father, Mother, Sister, Brother, the latest movie from Jim Jarmusch, who also presents it as an anthology regarding 3 stories of estranged families in different countries. The first story is set in America and has Adam Driver and Maya Bialik playing siblings who visit their father, Tom Waits, who has survived even without Social Security. The second story is set in Dublin and has Charlotte Rampling as a celebrated writer and Cate Blanchett and Vicky Krieps as her daughters, all of whom only gather once a year for tea and desserts. And the third is set in Paris and has India Moore and Luke Sabat as siblings who reunite at their old childhood home after their parents die in a plane crash. Each story has tea, Rolex watches, water, and slow motion and normal shots of skateboarders, and Bob's your uncle, they all feel connected. Father, Mother, Sister, Brother is Jarmusch's first feature since The Dead Don't Die, and it's also his most passionate since Patterson. These families are estranged, but instead of succumbing to the "I don't want to see him or her again" or "you've ruined my life" quotes, you're supposed to see and acknowledge how they somberly and sometimes awkwardly reconnect after a while and wonder what's on their minds. This is smart, sometimes funny, and mostly entertaining, so see it. Recapping this week's new movies: thumbs up for 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, thumbs up for Magellan, thumbs down for A Private Life, and thumbs up for Father, Mother, Sister, Brother. Well, those are the new movies I'm reviewing in Kunkletown, Pennsylvania. I'm Christopher Zweig. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies.